actually corporate governance matters as much to unlisted companies. If you look at the universe of companies in total, the vast majority of companies are unlisted companies. More than half of GDP is generated by these companies and much of employment. So these companies are absolutely crucial for the success of our economies. And sometimes they can be extremely large, systemically important enterprises. So governance is crucial to their internal effectiveness, their success as companies, and they also have many stakeholders, not only their shareholders, but also employees, suppliers, financial institutions, the societies in which they operate. And there's a real need, I think, for these unlisted enterprises to demonstrate accountability and good governance to these wide range of interested stakeholders. So for that reason, I think it really was a gap in the market that there wasn't a definitive and authoritative code or set of guidelines on good governance for unlisted companies. And that's what this publication is designed to achieve. That's quite a long time ago now, 11 years since we initially published this guidance. And although many of the principles of good governance remain as valid as ever, the world has changed since then. We became increasingly aware of this, particularly with regard to such governance priorities as sustainability, the need for companies to embed sustainability awareness into their business models. Topics which have emerged of importance over the last decade, the need for companies and boards to embed social purpose within their framework of governance, the need for boards to think about issues like corporate culture, which I suppose back in 2010 were regarded as two kind of intangible and difficult to define concepts, but which over the last 10 years have really become a focus, I think, of importance from boards. And it's seen as incredibly important for boards to think of a way to embed a positive corporate culture into their organizations.
In this version, there are two main documents. One that is the main document, and then an executive summary version that I will describe later. The main document has a list of topics that are relevant for unlisted companies. It remains as a voluntary tool, so you can follow or not. Unlisted companies does not have advisors to provide help. And unlisted companies' growth face problems and need to manage and fix it. In this document, we provide in advance normal topics and issues that a company needs to handle. On top of the main document, there is an executive version that is the principles and the self-evaluation questionnaire. These documents are for companies, board directors that are more trained on good corporate governance. Finally, we provide a corporate governance self-evaluation questionnaire in order that you will be able, either annually or periodically, to measure where you are in terms of corporate governance. This document can be used in any company, in any place unlisted in Europe. Later, at national level, it could be that there are some modulation of some of them.